Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Minecraft. Pardon me. So, we're going in the mine, we're gonna find iron, and I'm gonna tinker a bit with our diving board, try to make it a little safer. Because if you remember last time, I climbed up and then immediately fell off the top. So maybe like a second ladder next to it, and maybe like a back ladder on the other side. And then I want to try to fill in that ledge. That way when I jump off the top of the ladder... Well, not jump off, but when I get to the top of the ladder, I have a safe place to deploy without having to worry about falling. So how are all of you guys doing today? You guys doing good? Hope so. Hope you guys are happy. Hope you guys are healthy. Hope everyone's having a great day today. And that there's good vibes all around. So, at Burrito Horn, my place of work, I was actually going to learn something new. I was going to learn how to expedite. Now, I've been working there for about 3¼ years, and I just do the window. Like, I take orders and I take money, but I've never actually made any food. Now, Mr. Cheez-It actually did give me a very bare bones, like, tutorial on everything. Because we've had a lot of people either quit or change their availability in ways that are not that favorable. So, just in case I need to learn more, I at least can get started. So I know, like, very basics, like, not everything, but, like, you know, your taco, burrito, like, I can tell you what's in that. Fold it up a little bit. But if that was day 0, this was supposed to be like day 1. So I'm not sure how it works in other fast food restaurants, but here at Burrito Horn, assuming you're fully staffed, you have a starter, a finisher, and an expediter. Now, the starter handles hot ingredients and, well, gets it started. So let's say you order a taco, just a basic taco. Your starter is going to get the shell and the meat. And then he or she will slide it along. The finisher handles cold things, so putting on your tomatoes, cheese, lettuce. That's the finisher. And then the expediter wraps the paper up and puts it in the bag. They're the ones putting fries in the bag. Now, if you're not fully staffed, you can only have 2 people on the line. The finisher is also the expediter. So expediting is probably the easiest out of the 3. You're just wrapping and bagging. Now, it was still a little difficult because with the small and medium bags, like, I was really fighting with those things. Because obviously they're closed. You gotta, like, open them and puff them out. So I take my hand, open it up, and stand it up, and, you know, it can never go quite right. It always leans, or it crumples, or it tears. Like, it never just cooperates. And also, you know, obviously it's my first time doing it, so I was trying to find my groove. But that was what was supposed to happen, but those plans kind of got trashed. So we got this new guy. He's been working for about a couple weeks. And I was the one that showed him everything. So he's there for a few days. And I'm showing him how to take orders, where all the buttons are, like where to find everything. Setting him up for success so we can be good. And I was working with him for about a week. And he actually gets really good. Eventually I start being more hands-off. And I just start kind of watching. And even when we got pretty busy, he was able to handle a few orders by himself. Now, when we got super slammed, I would still come in and help out. But he was actually holding his own. I was very proud of him. Well, then on this night, when it was him on taking orders, and it was me and Mr. Cheez-It with the food, he kind of took a nosedive. So we get this one order. It's 2 $9 boxes. and he rings in a $9 box, and then he rings in a $5 box. And now we all have headsets, so even though we're not taking orders, we can still hear what the customer's saying. I'm gonna be honest, it was kind of hard to multitask. Like, I'm still trying to keep an eye on what the customer is saying, but also trying to do my food stuff. And we're telling him, like, oh no, he wanted a $9, not a $5. So then he deletes the $9 and puts two $5. I'm like, no, two $9. And we go through this process about a few times. And eventually he gets it figured out. And then the next car comes, but he never hit the drive-through button. Now, the drive-through button, I want you to imagine as, like, the little stick at the grocery store on the conveyor belt. Once you put all your stuff on the conveyor belt, then you put your stick in, so the person ringing the stuff up knows that that's the end of that person's cart. So that's basically what the drive-through button does. It ends one order, so you can start the next order. Well, he doesn't hit the drive-through button and starts taking the next person's order. I'm like, man, this is a really big order. How big is this order going to get? And he almost gets through the entire next order, and we're like, wait a minute. So then we got to put everything on hold. I kind of get some stuff figured out, and we're back on track. And then something similar happens. Somebody wanted 2 combo meals with the same drink. Now, this register comes with a nifty, option of just having a combo multiplier. So if I have identical combo meals and the drinks are the same, you can just go to quantity and hit, how many they wanted. Now, if they have different drinks, you have to do it separately with a different drink. But he did 2 separate ones. And I don't even remember what the error was. I think he put the wrong drink on, and then he had to start the whole order over. Now, I'm going to give this guy the benefit of the doubt, and I think he just had a bad day. Because listen, we all got bad days. Even I have my fair share of brain farts. Or I do something so stupid, and then I look back on it, I'm like, how did I even accomplish that? But after a few times of him kind of fumbling, Mr. Chia's like, hey, I'm sorry, you're going to have to help him. I can't really teach this tonight. So now it's just him on the making food. Now, thankfully, it wasn't like the other night when we got completely slammed, but we were still pretty busy. And then we got pretty lucky. Not too many people showed up inside the dining room. It was mostly just drive-through. So, I don't know if that really counts as my first day, because I only bagged a few orders. I didn't really get to do much. But I would say the biggest thing was we don't have a lot of counter space. So it was hard to plan ahead. Like, certain burritos have certain wraps that you need to use. So I'd either hear somebody order one, or we have screens that pop up. It tells you what they're ordering. And I'd try to get ready in advance, have, paper out. But then I'd run out. And you gotta watch the grill. You gotta watch, what your starter's doing. It gets a little hectic sometimes. But now that I've gotten a taste of it, I think when and if I do that again, it's gonna go a little better. But this was night number 0. That doesn't count. Now, one thing my boss told me, he said, as you get up the ladder, no pun intended, from employee to trainer to manager, it matters less how you do and more so how the people around you do. Because when you're in a higher position, it's your responsibility to make sure everything runs smoothly. And if it doesn't, well, then you get yelled at. Okay, so one problem with the ladder, I forget to let go of the walk button, so I start, swaying on the ladder, and then I fell off. Ladder physics are a little weird. It's a little weird when you start climbing the ladder, you, slide on it, but then you sort of lock onto it. lost all my stuff again. Can we have one Minecraft video where I don't just die and lose everything? So, yeah, I got a little taste of it, but unfortunately it did not last. Now, I didn't say this to him, but in my head I was like, no, my boy, I taught you better than this. And after he left, even me and Mr. Jesus were like, yeah, I don't know what happened. He did fine last week. Now, speaking of grills, a couple nights ago, so we have a clamshell grill, which you press down and it cooks. So we start cooking on this grill, and it emits a shower of sparks. Like, these sparks start flying everywhere. And then I hear screaming, which is not good. Some of the sparks landed on one of my coworkers. Now, thankfully, she wasn't hurt. It was alright. It was just a little sting. But yeah, a demon infiltrated our restaurant and just possessed this grill, and it started sparking. Wait a minute. I had a shield. Where is my shield? Are you kidding me? I believe I had a shield. I didn't see it floating over there in my pile of stuff. If I lose my shit one more time, I'm gonna lose my shit. Alright, so what I want to do is get a second ladder going, so when I start doing like that, when I start swaying, I've got more room to catch myself. Also, gotta remember to let go of the walk button. Well, this is a tricky situation. How do I get back down? Oh. Duh, the water. Alright, I placed the ladder weird. I got stuck. Ooh, creeper. So my primary objective, what I'm doing right now is, I want to try, when you enter this mine from my tunnel, like, see right here in front of me there's a hole? I'm going to fill that hole in, so that way when I get to the top of the ladder, I don't have to worry about falling. I've got like a landing pad, so to speak. Now, this ground area, I've got torches out the wazoo, but near the top is kind of dark, so we still got some mobs spawning. So in the future, I'm going to take care of that, but for now, let's just worry about this. You can't rush art or perfection. Alright, take a nice little dip, get out of the pool. I'm also working on a back ladder, like if a skeleton comes and I need to hide or run away, I've got another escape route, so I'm not limited to just that ladder. I got two. You never want to limit yourself to just one way in or out, because that's a recipe for disaster. I'm going to go ahead and light this area up. Ooh, iron. The less dark areas, the better. You want torch, torch, torch. Everywhere. Eventually, I'm going to get more torches, but for now, I'm just trying to be a little spacious with them. Try to make them last. Ooh, that's the good thing about iron. Once you find one iron block, you'll find at least 4 more. I am getting better at finding iron. It's getting a little easier now that I know where to look. If you see coal, sometimes you'll also see iron. Oh, you found a whole slew of iron over here. Oh my god, yes. Need those nuggets. Now, I don't know if copper is an indicator of iron. Yeah, because coal, copper, and sometimes iron seem to spawn together. More so coal. I might stop using iron as a landmark. I mean, I might stop using copper as a landmark. Now, I heard they do have a copper golem now that organize their chests. And they are having copper tools now, because for the longest time, copper was kind of useless. Alright, let's go up. Oop, gotta let go of the button. Diorite. Oh, we got company. Oh, and of course, I lost my shield. That would have been great to have. Alright. Running is not going to be an option. We're out in the open. I'm going to have to kill this guy. Again. Come on. Alright, I gotta eat this bread. Alright, please can we kill him? I don't want to lose all this iron. Does he know where I am? He knows! He knows! He knows! Oh, thank God. Alright, we need to go home now. Yeah, this darkness needs to go. We cannot afford that happening again. Now that... somehow we got out of that. That was quite the pickle we were in. Alright, now even if it's nighttime when we get back, the mine is right by the house, which is by design. That way I'm not running out in the nighttime. And... oh, looks like got here just in the nick of time. Ooh, spider! Let me guess. Can't rest. Monsters nearby. Alright, chesting the important stuff. Don't really care about the copper. Oh, wow. It actually let us sleep. I'm surprised. I'm just gonna... do I find more iron, or do I craft the iron I have? Well, you're gonna have to find out next time. So, what I'm gonna do in between videos is I'm gonna try to stock up on a lot of iron so I can actually use it. And then we can actually progress forward in the game. But for now, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. And everybody, just do me a small favor. Have yourselves a fantastic morning. Or afternoon. Not sure when you're awake. Bye-bye.